We are on the topic straight lines. In the previous video, we learned how to find the coordinates of the point of intersection of two straight lines by solving the equations of the two straight lines simultaneously. In this video, we are going to learn how to draw the graph of a straight line on a graph sheet. Drawing the graph of a straight line. In order to draw the graph of a straight line on a graph sheet, you will need at least 2 points that fall on the straight line. For example, if you want to draw the graph of the line y is equal to x minus 1, you will need at least 2 points that fall on the line y is equal to x minus 1. We are going to learn how to find these 2 points. We have already learned that if a point falls on a straight line, then the coordinates of the point will obey or satisfy the equation of the straight line. So all points that falls on the line y is equal to x minus 1 obeys or satisfies the equation y is equal to x minus 1. This means that if a point falls on the line y is equal to x minus 1, when we substitute the x coordinate of the point into this equation, the y value that we will get will be the same as the y coordinate of the point. Now we can apply this to find a point that falls on the line. So if you want to find a point that falls on this line, all we need to do is to assume a value for x. That will be the x coordinate of the point. When we substitute it into this equation, we will get a value for y, and that will give us the y coordinate of the point. So for example, let's assume that when x is equal to 2, we know the equation of the line to be y is equal to x minus 1, and we have made the assumption that x is equal to 2. So when x is equal to 2, what will be the value for y? We are going to substitute 2 into the equation of the straight line. So y will give us x, which is now 2 minus 1. We know that 2 minus 1 will give us 1. This means that when x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1, meaning that the coordinate of one point that falls on the line y is equal to x minus 1 is 2, 1. The x coordinate is 2 and the y coordinate is 1. So with this assumption, we have been able to find one point that falls on the straight line. You then go to the graph sheet and you plot the point 2, 1 on the graph sheet. So we look for 2 on the x-axis and 1 on the y-axis. They will meet at this point. It means that the coordinate of this point is 2, 1. Let's call this point point A. So we have been able to find one point that falls on this line. We need another point to draw the straight line. Remember, we said that we need at least 2 points. So to find another point, you are going to make another assumption. So let's assume that x is equal to 3. The assumption is that x is equal to 3. It means we are going to substitute x is equal to 3 into the equation of the straight line to find the value of y. So when x is equal to 3, y will be equal to 3 minus 1, because we have x minus 1. So you have 3 minus 1. And 3 minus 1 will give us 2. So when x is 3, y is 2. So another coordinate of a point that falls on this line is 3, 2. The x coordinate is 3 and the y coordinate is 2. You come to the graph sheet, then you plot this point. So we look for 3 on the x-axis and 2 on the y-axis. 3 and 2 will meet at this point. We will call this point point B, and point B has the coordinates 3, 2. We now have these 2 points, so we will draw a straight line through them. So we draw a straight line through the point A and the point B, and this will give us the line y is equal to x minus 1. So you can see that in order to draw the graph of a straight line, all you need is at least 2 points that falls on the line. All the other points will fall on the line, so you need just 2 of them to draw the graph. When we were finding these 2 points, we made the assumption that x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 3. These are assumptions. You can also assume any number. The number can be positive or negative. But it is always advisable to assume smaller numbers so that you can easily plot them on the graph sheet. So here we made the assumption that x is equal to 2 and we have the coordinates 2, 1. And we made the assumption that x is equal to 3 and we have the coordinates 3, 2. You plot these coordinates on the graph sheet, then you draw a straight line through it. After we have drawn the graph of the straight line, we can use our graph to find the following. 1. We can use the graph to find the value of x when y is given, or when we are given a value of y. We can also use the graph to find the value of y when we are given a value of x. We can use the graph to find the y-intercept of the line. And we can also use the graph to find the gradient of the line. So in the subsequent videos, we are going to solve questions on drawing the graph of a straight line on a graph sheet. Then we will learn how to use our graph to find the following. That is, to find the value of x when y is given, to find the value of y when x is given, to find the y-intercept of the line, and to find the gradient of the line. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to this channel for more videos. In the next video, we are going to draw the graph of a straight line on a graph sheet, and then we will learn how to use our graph to solve some questions. Bye-bye.